Hi guys, welcome you all. So in this tutorial we'll learn Java Stream API. We'll learn what is the Stream API, how it works, how it will be used in uh, programming language and our application. So before understanding Java Stream API, let's understand the requirement. Why do we need Stream API? So we'll consider a real-time problem. So let's see that. So the thing is, suppose there is a farming of potato is going on. So there are several e-commerce service provider, for example Amazon, Flipkart and Crawford. There are lot of service providers out there. So they claim that they are picking vegetables from the farmer and they are delivering to the customer. So now let's suppose this container is having potato and this directly came from farms. There is nothing, no any operation happens. It just retrieved from the forms, put into the container and came to the service provider. Now what do we think? They will directly deliver these potatoes to the customer? No. Yep. They can't deliver this potato in this stage to the customer because there are a lot of impurities with this. And if they will deliver the same this to the customer in same stage, so tomorrow customer will run away. They won't come to again this service provider and they won't buy anything. So to give a good impression and good product quality, so they has to move these items to several process. So for that they will prepare a system. In that they will do several operation. So let's understand what they will do. So they will have some set of systems, like suppose I have created one pipeline. This we can see as a pipeline, and in this pipeline there are several stations which will do their respective operation. So the first station here, the cleaning operation will be happen. The second one here will remove defective items, defective potatoes, because while farming, while retrieving these potatoes, some may be got broken and other stuff. So we need to remove all those. So there would be only a good quality nothing but object, we can say, in programming language. So after doing all these, we'll remove small pieces because we want to categorize that big pieces separate section, small pieces separate section. After then, the the last station will do packing. So once packing is done, so they will be delivered the things to the customer. So how it will happen? So this container having all the potatoes, so they will pour these potatoes in this system, and now it will flow to the several station. So as the name respectively, operation will be happen. So first all the dust particles will be removed, all the soils will be removed, and other unnecessary particles will be removed. Now here is only fresh potatoes. Now it has some impurity, like some piece are broken, defective, other stuff. So from here other defective pieces will be removed, and from here categorized small pieces removed and will get only big pieces. So after then the packing will start. Now product is ready to deliver the customer. So here whatever operations we have did, so this all these operations cannot be done in the container. It can hold the object, but we cannot do all the operations in this container only. So for that we need a system. So now we can relate this system to the programming language. So here this system which we have created is nothing but stream, and all the operations or all the workstations are there. So these are functions or methods that are performing different operation, and finally we are collecting the useful object. So in this way stream API works. This is the real-time object, but when we get into the programming language, so we'll do the similar kind of operation. There will be a bit change, but theme is the same. So now let's jump back to stream API. So now let's understand what is the stream API here. So stream API is a sequence of object. It is a sequence of object that support many different methods, as I have shown you different workstation, and those are pipeline. Those are in a system. and those are one after another. So those are pipelined, and they are combined in such a way to produce desired result. So this all the system is considered as a stream. Now it has some several features. So the very first thing is, we cannot say stream is an a database data structure, because many of people are get confused with the collection and stream. They also thought that stream is also a data structure, but not. It is not a data structure. It takes input from the data structure or from the any channel or any file or any array. They can take input from there and produce the desired result. Next one is, it doesn't change the original data structure. It means from where it is taking the data, it won't affect anything to that. It just take the data, do pipeline operation, and give the result. Next one is, each intermediate operation is lazily executed and return the stream as a result. It means if everything is pipelined and every methods are pipelined in a stream, so those are executed only when it's needed. It doesn't mean that if there is nothing in stream, even though all this function will be executed, this function will be executed only on demand. So now let's take a programming scenario where we will be implementing the Java Stream API. So suppose this is a array. In that I have a set of numbers. So in these numbers, I want to do several operations, and then I want to get the result. So those operations I want to do are as, the very first thing, I want to remove duplicate from this array. The first my requirement. Once it is done, then I want to after removing the this duplicate, I want even values, only even, not odd. This is my second operation. After removing the odd one, then I want to multiply whatever the sets we have at that time. I want to multiply by some numbers. After multiplying the some numbers, so whatever set I'll get, I want to filter those those set of numbers that lies in between some range. After doing this, once I'll get the those range, so I want to sum all these numbers, and this is the my desired result. So here can we think, if we'll go to do all these set of operations in this array, so how much code we have to write? We have to write a lot of code, and it will take a lot of time as well. So how we will do this in a stream? So for that, we'll create a stream. This stream is nothing but a pipe, we can say. A pipe, for example, in real time we can say a water pipe. So water is stored at our top floor, and there are pipeline that comes to our room, our bathroom, our kitchen room. So whenever we open the tap, so data is coming from top floor tank. Data is nothing but water. These are coming from tank, and once the data is released from the tank, they are in pipeline, and from the pipeline we can take all these in at several places. So whatever data is coming, data is nothing but water. They won't go at a single place. They can be directed to multiple places. So in between we have several functions, in the sense several connection. So we can extract as our need, and we can reach to the our desired places. Similarly here, once we got the data, we'll put data into the pipeline in the sense stream. Now the our very first operation, as I discussed, that to remove duplicate. It means I want this distinct number, there won't be any duplicate number. So the first time it will remove all the duplicates. So here we can see 2 is 2 time, 34 is 2 time. So it will remove this duplicate. So in the next section, there will be only 1 2 and 34 only one time. So now here 2 is only one time and 34 is one time. The duplicate is removed, and the previous state is gone. Because the main feature of stream is, it is stateless. It won't remember what it has earlier. Once it processed through the in any operation, the previous state gone. So our second operation is, I want to get even data only. So from here I'll filter and remove the odd one. So now I got the only even values. Now the next operation is I want to multiply all by 2. It means I want to add a behavior with all the elements. That should be the same behavior with all. So here we are doing mapping. So this is happening with all element, and now we got the final result in that the numbers are multiplied. Here we can see 4 8 2, and here 8 16 4. Number are multiplied by 2, all numbers. Now the next operation here I want is I want to filter all these number which are lying between 10 and 100. Minimum number should be 10, maximum should be 100. So in that case, this operation will perform, so we'll get those numbers whose are lying in between the range. Now the final operation I want is I want to calculate the sum. So this operation will be done and we'll get the finally the values which we want. And now the result is given to the caller. So this is the operation happening with stream. So there are several intermediate functions, several terminal functions. So in stream we'll learn how many ways we can create a stream and what are the intermediate function in the sense method. Intermediate functions or methods means that whatever function is method is being used at middle level. So all these methods will returning a stream type. For example, at very first level we got input as an array, and this input is processed. This input is nothing but stream. So this input is processed and it removes the duplicate. At the next level it also get the same stream. So all these intermediate function whatever they are getting, so they will return stream back to the system, and they will do their process. So all these intermediate methods are returning the stream. So after this is intermediate methods, we have terminal methods. It means these are the methods which will be applied at the end of a stream, and these are given the final value. This won't be a stream. This can be something different which we want to get. So this in terminal function will be indicating that now our stream is going to end. So in next session we'll learn how to create a stream and what are the multiple ways to create a stream. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.